I was tracking Ricky, on his bike, going full speed, and then went full speed into his forest that was behind the house.
You've worked with a ton of great people and a ton of big celebrities and in the motocross world and all over sports and entertainment. Ricky Carmichael is a big one that you worked with.
Yeah.
You got a ton of cool stories. He's a great guy, I've heard. And let us know, what was it like producing content for Ricky Carmichael?
It was super cool. We got to go to his house and spent the entire week with him. The entire premise behind the project was he owns part ownership in a bike cleaning company, or like a soap essentially. And the company was giving a giveaway, and basically they were going to go to his house and spend the day with him, go to his racing track, see where he trains all his new athletes. And we were going there to create the promo video for it. And we got to spend the entire week basically living this experience. We got to go to the track, ride his ATVs, ride his bikes, watch him ride, watch all the athletes that they train, soar 30, 40 feet in the air, flying drones around them. And that was my first production job straight out of school as a freelance content creator, if you want to go with that. Ricky Carmichael, yes. So we're out there in Florida, filming it at his farm, and I'm on the back of an ATV with my camera going 40 miles an hour tracking him. Got to go to his house and have a barbecue, and this was all part of the production. And that was another one of those first things outside of school and outside of a typical corporate job that I realized, holy cow, this is actually a real thing. And I think every time that I do something that I'm oh my God, this actually happens, every time I'm just this is actually a thing. And I still am in disbelief that we're able to do what we do and let alone get paid for it. And having Ricky Carmichael, who's the GOAT of super motocross and won so many championships that he's literally got an entire room in his house covered with magazine covers of him winning, is the most down-to-earth, humble dude. And I think I learned a lot from that, is because even if you are the greatest, you're still a human being. And being around Coachella and all these people from a very early on age, I think changes you, just because you realize everybody is a person. And if you treat everybody the way that you want to be treated, and you have empathy and are super kind to everybody, they'll reciprocate. And especially if they're successful people, you want those type of people to reciprocate, because they know what to do with life. They're doing well.
Right. What about flying drones? Because flying drones for Ricky Carmichael was a thing you had to do.
It was, yeah.
The old FPV drones, which I heard you did crash the
OG
FPV drone.
drones. Yeah, I've crashed the new one and the old one. The old one still works. I just can't fly it because it's so complicated to charge. But I did have a drone go down there. If you don't have a drone go down on a shoot, were you really trying that hard?
Sometimes you got to
bad motto. That's not a motto.
Sometimes you got to bend it like Beckham. You just got to fit the hole, and hopefully the drone gets through it. And most likely, a lot of times it does not.
I was tracking Ricky, on his bike, going full speed, and then went full speed into his forest that was behind the house. But luckily, it survived. It was just one hell of a climb to get to. It was a good 45, 50 feet up, and it took me a solid 45 minutes to an hour. And then I had to climb down with one hand on the drone, only one hand on the tree. So, climbing skills come in real handy if you ever go drone flying.